Okay, group, we're in our 6.2 practice, and we're finding the value of the missing variables, and then we're making sure that we round to the nearest tenth here. So I'm going to grab a sticky note. I want to make sure that you remember our our new thing called SOHCAHTOA. Okay, so what this says is that sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent is opposite over adjacent. So don't forget those as we are going through this, okay? All right, so letter A here. It says find the value of the missing variable. So we're trying to find HG. We're going to mark that as X. Okay, so if you look at our angle, okay, X looks like it's adjacent to angle 50. And then side 3, which is the other side we have, is across from 90-degree angle, which means it's the hypotenuse. So now we know we're working with A and H. So if you look at your cheat sheet here, A and H is cosine, which is adjacent over hypotenuse. So we'll do cosine of 50 degrees equals adjacent X over hypotenuse of 3. So when we go to solve this, we're trying to get X all by itself. To do that, we're going to multiply both sides by 3. So we're left with X here. So in our calculator, we're going to do 3 cosine 50, and that gives us 1.9. Okay, and that was our missing variable. That was our missing side. So let's move on to B. So B says that we're looking for UV. We're going to label that side X. So in reference to our angle of 28, 61 looks like it is adjacent to angle 28. Side X, or UV, is straight across from or opposite from that 28-degree angle. So if you remember our cheat sheet, looks like it's going to be tangent, which is opposite over adjacent. So we'll have tangent of 28 equals opposite X over adjacent 61. Okay, so when we go to solve this, oops, I'll give myself some room. We're going to multiply both sides by 61. So we're left with X, and we'll put 61 times the tangent of 28 in our calculator, and that gets us 32.4. So that means side X, or UV, was 32.4. And we should label it feet. Over here I should have labeled my 1.9 inches. I forgot to do that. Okay, letter C. ML, right here, we'll label that side X. In reference to angle 60, 11 is adjacent to it. X over here, or ML, is our hypotenuse because it's across from that 90-degree angle. So now we're dealing with A and H without the cheat sheet. Hopefully you know that that's cosine. So do cosine of 60 equals adjacent 11 over hypotenuse, which is X. Okay, now to finish solving, we're going to go ahead and break up our fraction and multiply both sides by X. Now, we are still trying to get X by itself. So this is not what we want yet, but we're almost there. Okay, to get X alone, now we divide by cosine of 60. So those cancel, and we're left with 11 over cosine 60. Oops. And so that leaves us with 22, and our label is